This question is in part C of the midterm review, and it deals with curvilinear motion. So we have x position and y position, and we're asked for the velocity of the object at a given time. We'll start with the x position, and hopefully we remember that the derivative of the x position is the x velocity, or the x component of the velocity. So the derivative of 2 cosine 3t is 2 times negative sine of 3t multiplied by 3, the derivative of 3t. So at time 4.1, we're going to evaluate this. So this is negative 6. That's 2 times 3 with a negative. Sine of 3 multiplied by 4.1 for t. Make sure your calculator is in radian mode. Remember, calculus with trigonometric functions only works in radian mode. So the result there should be 1.58 centimeters per second. Now we do the same thing for the y position. So the y position is given by cosine of 2t, in which case the y velocity is the derivative of that, so negative sine of 2t multiplied by the derivative of 2t, which is 2. We then need the velocity at 4.1, so that's going to be negative 2 times the sine of 2 times 4.1, which is negative 1.88. So now we know the x component of the velocity and the y component of the velocity. The total magnitude of the velocity then is equal to the square root of the x component squared plus the y component squared, which is going to equal the square root of 1.58 squared plus negative 1.88 squared, which gives us 2.46 centimeters per second. We also need the direction of the velocity, or theta v, and that's going to be the tan inverse of the y components over the x component, which means tan inverse of negative 1.8 over 1.58. Now, because we have negative 1.88, that tells us that we are in quadrant 4. So our answer ends up being negative 0.872. We don't want to leave a negative answer, so to take that to positive, we have to add 2 pi, because we're dealing in radians here. This part could be in degrees, but since we did this, we had to do this using radians, we may as well just stay in radians. So plus 2 pi instead of plus 360. And that gives us 5.41. So that's the final answer.